Hello and welcome. Make sure you subscribe our channel for more stories. Let's start story. As I gazed into the antique mirror that had been in my family for generations, I felt an inexplicable urge to touch its surface. The polished glass felt cool against my fingertips, and for a moment, I lost myself in the mesmerizing reflection of my own eyes. But then, something strange happened. The reflection began to ripple, like a stone thrown into a calm pond. Panicking, I tried to pull my hand away, but it was as if an invisible force was holding it in place. I watched in horror as my reflection in the mirror started to distort and twist. Colors swirled, and I felt myself being pulled into the glass. My surroundings melted away, and I was engulfed by darkness. When I opened my eyes, I was no longer in my familiar bedroom. I stood in a surreal, otherworldly landscape. The sky was a deep shade of crimson, and the ground was made of polished black marble. Bizarre, twisted trees with silver leaves lined the horizon, casting eerie shadows. Panic surged through me as I realized that I had been transported to a mirror world, a place beyond time and reality. I was trapped, alone, and utterly lost. The air was thick with an unsettling silence, broken only by the occasional whispering wind that sent shivers down my spine. I had no idea how to return home, or if it was even possible. My heart pounded in my chest as I walked through the strange landscape, desperately searching for answers. Hours turned into days, and days into weeks, but time seemed to hold no meaning in this twisted realm. I was trapped in an endless cycle of fear and despair. The mirror world was not without its dangers. I encountered strange creatures that lurked in the shadows, their eyes glowing with malevolence. They whispered chilling secrets and taunted me with riddles. I learned to be cautious, always on guard, as I navigated this eerie and treacherous land. As the weeks turned into months, I realized that I needed to find a way out of this nightmarish place. I couldn't let despair consume me. I remembered a story my grandmother had told me about the mirror. She had said that it held the power to reveal one's inner strength. With newfound determination, I returned to the mirror, hoping to find answers. I stared at my reflection, willing it to show me the way out. The surface of the mirror rippled once more, and this time, I wasn't pulled in. Instead, my reflection began to change. I watched in awe as my reflection transformed into a figure of strength and courage. It was as though the mirror was showing me the person I needed to become to escape this world. I understood that I had to conquer my fears and face the challenges of this mirror world head-on. Armed with newfound courage, I ventured deeper into the surreal landscape. I faced terrifying trials and conquered them one by one. With each victory, I felt myself growing stronger, both mentally and emotionally. I no longer cowered in fear from the creatures that roamed this world. Instead, I faced them with unwavering resolve. As time passed, I discovered that the mirror world was a reflection of my own inner turmoil and insecurities. It was a place where my fears and doubts were manifested, a twisted reflection of my own psyche. By overcoming the challenges in this world, I was conquering the demons within myself. One day, after what felt like an eternity, I stood before the mirror once again. My reflection had changed once more, but this time, it was me, the real me, staring back. Tears welled up in my eyes as I realized that I had transformed into a person I could be proud of. I had found the strength within myself to escape this mirror world. With a deep breath, I touched the mirror's surface, and it rippled like a calm lake. The landscape around me began to dissolve, and I was slowly pulled back into reality. As I emerged from the mirror's grasp, I fell to the ground, gasping for breath. I was back in my own room, in my own world. The antique mirror stood before me, its surface now calm and reflective. I had escaped the mirror world, and in doing so, I had conquered my fears and insecurities. The experience had been terrifying and surreal, but it had also been transformative. I had learned that true strength came from within, and that I could overcome any challenge, no matter how daunting. I had emerged from the mirror world a stronger, more resilient person. As I looked into the mirror one last time, I smiled at my own reflection. I had faced the darkest corners of my own mind and emerged victorious. The mirror had been my portal to a nightmare, but it had also been my path to self-discovery and growth. I knew that life would still present its challenges, but I was no longer afraid. I had faced the terrors of a world trapped in time and had emerged with a newfound sense of purpose and courage. The mirror that had once been a source of fear had become a symbol of my strength and resilience. And so, I moved forward with my life, forever grateful for the lessons I had learned in the mirror world. I was no longer trapped in time, for I had found my way out, and I was determined to make the most of every moment in the world outside the glass.